That's my podcast live, fuckers. What's up? Saturday night, midnight edition. Came out of nowhere. I'm not even prepared. Just came with some live stuff that I couldn't play in the other podcast because it's like the rhythms and the stuff and the music. Sometimes it sets off a copyright strike against the fucking, the music sets it off versus, me showing an interview with the band. So I'd rather not mix the two up, you know what I mean? So yeah, I came on here pretty much freestyling it tonight. Wanted to show just a couple of videos of Ruinous and Funebrarum and some other stuff too that I didn't get to play in some of the previous episodes. But yeah, since we did an interview with Ruinous, check this out.
Well, I gotta do walk over here. Just a part of the game.
So Ruinous, fuck yeah, they did an interview with us last week. It's like members of Immolation. Then it's a member from who played in Funebrarum for many years, and many other bands like Collapsia and Tombs. So yeah, it was cool to have those guys on. I guess that was like 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't think I did a live stream last week. I wasn't even gonna do one tonight. I was like, yo, fuck that. I'm gonna watch Star Wars, and I'm gonna watch uh whatever that land. I was gonna say Land of the Lost, but it's Lord of the Rings. That's it. So yeah, I was just trying to cross pollinate my fucking podcast with Carl Necron from Pius Levis. We were trying to see if we could both get on at the same fucking live stream at the same time, bro. So we'll see if that could happen. If not, maybe they'll be on here, or I'll try to go on there in between the breaks of these songs. So yeah, man, I came mad unprepared. Figured I would still go live with the live stream. I go on here to promote death metal, new releases, play old stuff too. I don't really have any huge agenda. I figured I would just come on and talk about either some new stuff I got, or get to play those videos that I didn't get to play during the other interview thing. Because playing music on YouTube and also the talking part are like two different entities in a way. So it'd be cool if you could just play like any music you wanted at any time on here, but for some reason it's really tricky. I'm sure it's probably the same for movie clips and etc. The robots, they're playing with our minds. Let's see. I'm going to try to go into the rabbit hole and pull out something great. Maybe I'll find some old unreleased death metal podcast, like interviews or something. But so I wanted to also come on here this week to shout out Francisco, because I saw his new 7-inch had come out, Cemeterian. And also shout out to Carl, and I saw that his tape is coming out, the Pius Levis Omega Vortex. We played that on here a couple weeks ago. So if anybody wants to check it out too, or subscribe or whatever, all the Bologna, we show like the thing on Instagram or whatever, and it's called Death Metal Podcast, obviously. So I guess tell your friends, or I appreciate anyone that shares the link. I saw Paul from the Theory Rat sharing our link. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, let's get into. I'm gonna play the first band again. Actually, no, I'll wait to play that. I got some music to play, some old stuff. This is the episode where I play new and old stuff. I figure, it's interesting to come on here and just not, I don't know, like, you want to just play whatever you want to play on YouTube, but for some weird reason, like, it's a little touchy, So check this out, though. Killer band. Pestigore from Finland. Fucking brutal band. Fucking they're getting back together, I heard. Which is super brutal too. There was like that stalled attempt of like them reform. I don't know if they reformed and played some shows or they played the Finland Death Metal Fest or whatever. But I saw some little rumblings in the Pestigore zone. I got I don't have Francisco's 7-inch here. I never really gave love to this tape either, and Absconder side of things. A while back, my boy Brad, I known him since Morgue toured with Autopsy back in the day, and before that even through the mail. And he sent me a bunch of stuff like this tape and the Ruin Absconder split tape. And fucking Morgue. It's ripped out of the thing because I probably ripped it out and just started fucking playing it, you know? Whoops. So I wish I had some of that shit queued up, man, or I would play it right now. But instead, I have to play something else. Or talk about other tapes I got recently. Like this. This one's a killer. Maul. I'm sure anyone, real death metal heads know. There it goes. Nice. Seraphic Punishment tape. On a blue cassette. I'm not paid to say any of this stuff. I buy this stuff and no one sends me any free stuff. I mean, some of my friends or I'll trade with some people or some shit. Also, I got to shout this out. This is new. The Dead Flesh Architect. This is on Red Rum. No, not Red Rum. It's on the Primitive Recordings. Roger from Mortician's label. This is the cassette version. It's also out on CD. Incubation of a Prophecy. It's actually an old release, but now newly released again. So check that out. Green tapes and shit. Super fucking sick, dude. Only here, maybe you hear about stuff like that. Let's check this out, though. Autopsy old live from Amsterdam, maybe 90. So fucking A, dude. The new album, I've been listening to the new album a little bit. I guess that's one of the joys of Spotify. You can have a record or you could have something new quick, you know what I mean? Otherwise, I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird world, that Spotify stuff. I like it, but at the same time I don't know, it's just not underground. So I guess I'm an underground guy, you know? So yeah, man, I'm gonna try to look up on my desktop or wherever I put the folder for a couple weeks ago. I was gonna do a show where I played a bunch of music and I ended up playing like nothing basically. But that happens on here. Uh How's everybody doing out in the world there? I see people from Australia in the chat, like right here. My man Trav for Puncture Wound. I see Aaron from Goat Throne. Jawaba. Francisco. How's it going, man? Cheers. India, right? John Grave up in the house. What's up, John Grave? Making power moves, kid. I saw you flex in the Seraphic Decay box set. I got that too. It's cool, man. It's good stuff. I wanted to flex your boys. He got this good release right here. Vile Apparition Miscreants tape, split tape. This is killer, man. Desert Wastelands Productions. It's good shit. Cop it. Buy that shit. The show's all about underground death metal, you know? I try to be it. That's why sometimes, you know, if we are talking about like copyrights and this and that, I was thinking about this like while the Autopsy was playing. It's like, you know, like I'm not on this channel to make money and I don't care. Like when they copyright you and this and that, like they're like, okay, your video doesn't get money, you know? But I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for underground, you know? So when I get hit with the copyrighty, strikey thingies, like I'm just like, it feels less underground to me. That's all I could say with that. It has nothing to do with like financial, like, because I'm not monetized. So it has nothing to do with like financial like gains. So it just to me, I mean, I want bands to get paid. So I don't know. It's like a double-edged sword. I think bands are getting hurt by that too. Let's play something completely off the fucking wall right now, okay? I got interviews here with people from other from years ago, like say Desert Wastelands. So I'm gonna play a little piece of like a Desert Wastelands interview. If like it gets out of characteristic, then I'll try to fast forward it. Check it out. We'll just play a little bit.
And like they're trying to just get rid of the vinyl. Nobody cared because CDs were the new thing, you know. And tapes are always tapes. Like that's the one medium that has always existed. Has been tapes, you know. That's like the one thing that still I feel like is if you're into metal, like you have tapes, you know. Like you have tapes, you have CDs. You might not have records these days if you're younger, but you at least have tapes. You know, because even when I was growing up, I had tapes. Like I remember going to Tower Records and stuff with my parents and getting whatever bullshit I was listening to on tape. You know, like tapes were still around up until like 2006, 2007, I'd say. You know. And,
yeah.
You know,
I'm also a big tape guy, so I my goal when I went to the record store was first look at the tapes. And then the only time I would get the record, like when I was younger, this was like back, you know, in like 1987, 88 or something.
Yeah.
I would only buy the record if there was no tape, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I was not about collecting records. It wasn't even a friggin' option, you know what I mean?
It was that was the only way you're able to consume the media. Like you had to actually find it then, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And there was just one, usually. One
I'm letting
cassette
out my
or
dogs
one.
right now, so
Oh, it's all good, brother. Do it all.
here they are.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you got 2 dogs. I thought you just had 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I got 2.
Dope, dope. And you relocated recently, right?
Yeah, I did.
How's the surroundings now? You feeling them a little more than you were?
Oh yeah, man. I love it out here. Basically live on a farm, you know? So
On a
it's
farm?
very peaceful out here. Yeah, it's very peaceful out here and everything, and I love it here, man. I couldn't be happier.
Are you coming from
Hopefully
city
stay
life?
here for a while, you know.
You coming from city life?
I mean, it's a rural location out here. It's not super big city, and I'm still
No, I'm
close
asking.
enough to everything.
I'm asking. Are you coming from city life? Is that what? Are you coming from city life where you used to live?
Yeah, I lived in Southern California before. You know,
Okay.
I've lived in a lot of places in the last 10 years of my life, but now is like where I finally feel like I'm settled down a little bit. You know.
Yeah, because if you come from city life, yeah, and you move towards the farm life, it is a big difference.
Oh, it's quiet out here. It is super dark out here. If my floodlight goes out, I can't see anything out here.
Yeah, I moved from city life to farm life also.
Taping stuff off of HBO and everything. My dad did that a lot, so we just.
Sounds like we're cut from the same cloth, then.
I'm like, dude, like, you guys can't be like this, you know, like. Especially when.
This is in the middle of that too, so like.
Oh yeah.
So actually, I've heard someone putting down USPS, and I was like, nah, because
Dude, yeah.
I've been working with them forever. You know what I mean? They were the only way to send stuff. So it's like now USPS is kind of killing it. Just to be honest, they don't fuck up too much.
I know, like I give USPS tons of respect, man, because it's a hard, it's a hard job. It's a hard
and they take
job.
2/3, and they take 2/3 of our money. So like, you know, you got to give them respect on that, gangster.
Yeah, dude, they.
Fat Roy Fox, little fatter there. So yeah, my man Sean there, Desert Wastelands. You got a bunch of new releases. Should post the whole thing. I should, man. Sometimes I want to edit some of these videos because we might have said something so raw dog that it shouldn't be on the internet, basically. So I mean, it was before that before I was going live. So like you know, it's just like if me and you, Aaron, were having a conversation like between each other, and we were talking about something that we just didn't want to talk about out loud, you know. So that might have happened on some of these conversations, like my earliest interviews. But if I get to edit them up, maybe then I can like show the whole things because there's some pretty good parts. Raw dog is where it's at. Exactly. So that, I mean, now we're raw dogging it because everything I've done has been live, basically. I mean, even when I played my interviews, I played interviews that were raw dog. Here, I'll play this one too. I'll just raw dog a piece of this one. It's gonna be a classic.
Like Tommy Carroll and everything, they would play me some like radical stuff I'd never heard, like Siege and everything like that. Okay. Had like Siege Drop Dead demo was like 500th fucking generation, so there was such a hiss on it. It was funny. Kind of added to the whole thing. But anyway, stuff like blast beats and distorted bass, a lot of that stuff came from like old fast hardcore, and I just kind of brought that over into metal. The Crab Society was more just like, I mean, that predated AC by a long time, I'll tell you that.
I know. That's what I mean. That was like a noise.
Yeah.
Way ahead of, way ahead of everyone.
Right. Well, we just thought it was funny, you know, like when other bands had like 3-second songs, we said, why don't we just do a band with all that? Why fuck all the long songs? And then the bass, I mean, shit, dude, Rainy from Discharge, man, the Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing record. I got to see Discharge for the first time ever a few years ago at Obscene Extreme in Czech Republic, man. I got such a big fucking lump in my throat. I'm like, I'm getting all fucking emo here, you know? And then I had a few beers in me, so afterwards I went to their trailer and accosted the bass player, Rainey. I said, dude, you're a big influence on me, man. Fucking bass tone. The next morning over coffee, I said, I apologized if I was a little over enthusiastic. And he was like, no, that was cool. But, so yeah. I think what happened was I might have brought that stuff, maybe not just me, but this is an interview with Danny, so I'm saying I was influenced by stuff in hardcore and more extreme stuff and said this would be great to use in this metal bands I'm in. So with like SOD having Milk or, Nuclear Assault would Hang the Pope, it was, let's just play really fast. There's no fucking rules to anything.
Just snippets, bitch. I gotta play that shit. That one also needs some edits. But yeah, play that shit fast. Milk. I want some milk. I'm not sure what that means, brother. I have to say, Fraser Dawson showed the most weak metal collection today ever. Like, weakest ever, dude. You win an award almost for the weakest stuff I've ever seen on Facebook. Every band I've been, whether hard metal or hardcore, has been influenced by Siege. That's what I'm saying. So check. I opened up the show with this a little bit, so I'm gonna put this back on. Check this out. Raw. This is raw, unreleased footage of Funebrarm. This was given to me to play during the Ruinous thing, but we didn't get to play it. So check this out. Unreleased Funebrarm rehearsal video. Death Metal Podcast Live. You're only going to see that shit here. Thank you to Matt from Funebarum and now from Ruinous and Collapsia Tombs for giving me some video to play. We're going to play his band too in a little bit. We should check this out because this band should be they're coming out on Necroharmonic. So I don't know if that's shameless plug or what. They came out on Necroharmonic already, actually. So it's not like a new fucking band, you know? But here you go, man. This is coming again. live streaming, death metal podcast style. So check out upcoming news about that band. They're fucking brutal. Also reforming. The band is reforming, so they got two old songs, I believe, in the chamber, and they're practicing. They've been practicing for a long time, the guitar player and the drummer, but now they're practicing ceremonium songs. So in the future, you're going to see some ceremonium stuff come out. So right now, I got to play this, though, because this is super important. And shout out to my man right here. Ooh. Death Metal Podcast, fucking Total Death. Fucking Cemeterium. The Cemeterium split rips. I got the blue one a few days ago. The vocals are atrocious. I love it. I know. It's like, discarded. Fucking brutal as fuck, dude. So fucking brutal. The 7-inch came out very cool. Shout out to Rescued from Life Records. Underground. That's what I see when I see a record label like that. So let's actually play this, and then we could play something, because I like to go old and new too. So here's a shout out to my man. this out instead, yo. New shit. Absconder. I don't know if it's new, but this is the same member. Well, one of some of the same members before. The Lurker. The Lurker. Fucking sick, bro. Death Metal Podcast treats for all the listeners, right? They play this full split on here. Cool. Cool dudes. Both bands known for a long time. Like John Graves said, this fucking split rips, dude. I wanted to talk about things that were coming out too on here. There's a couple releases coming out. I think maybe or just came out. Let me see here. Sorry, guys. I don't have it in there. This is pretty recent, and then afterwards I'll show the stuff that's coming through. I've been giving quite a few listens to this. I think it's brutal. I'm sure some of you guys have heard it. Some have not. Where the hell is it? I'll show it to you afterwards. Check this band out. Yeah. Pretty sick, right? Brutal. Necron in the house, going live at the same time. I could hear his music in the background of my shit. Onstenard. Should check out his channel, The Witching Hour, it's called. So yeah, man. Fucking. So I was talking about that release. It's coming out on CD. It's out on CD. Sorry. Sedimentum. Separation. Meadow. CD. It's on Macabre Mementos and also Ancestral and Rata. It has. I happen to get the cassette version. Now it's flown the coop. I'll find it in a sec. But yeah, they got another new release coming out, or it's out, or something. Is this Morbific, and then Ritual Mass, and this is a cool label, man. These are coming out next week, October 24th. It says it's Morbific, Squirm Beyond the Mortal Realm CD. So Morbific from Finland, fucking sick. Wanted to show this too, to shout out my boy Sean and his releases. Desert Wastelands, and he's got vinyl on some of this stuff. And look at those swirl vinyls; those are nice, right? So buy that shit. And shout out to Rich from Medical Deviation, fucking sicko, fucking maniac. We'll play his stuff on here too at some point. Total support to you too, Necron. From the man. We're going back to back. Double death. He got you on the black metal. You know what I mean? He definitely got you on the black metal. I mean, I might be falling off in that category. So I know if I'm falling off there, then Carl got you back. Usually I'm listening to weird stuff like this weird shit. Fucking sickos. It's a good new release. There's a cassette tape box. We'll see if I can produce it. Some of my stuff fell on the floor when I was fucking around over there. That Noxious Ruins put out of that same release. And I guess they're called Sequestrium. I'm not really sure of the pronunciation on that one. The logo was too distorted, you know. But fucking sick release. I mean, really brutal. Both of these ones. Let's go down in the rabbit hole towards the old days, and then there's this that might have set off some of these bands. Fucking sick as fuck, dude. What was that? The unreleased shit? So strange that Demilich would become one of the most influential death metal bands. I remember buying Neospite CD in a local record store in Peoria, Illinois in 2001, and nobody even knew who they were then. Yes, this is true. This fucking A. Thank you for always inputting, brother. Corpse Flower, Vesuvia, Corpse Flower. Fucking main death metal maniac. Yeah, I mean, Demilich like went all over the place. Like in the early 90s, there was like the demo trading scene, so like there was a lot of people actually into them, you know. They were making a vocals that were like completely like new. So when in a weird way, not new, but it felt new. And then that distant ass guitar sound, fucking, I think they slowly paid their dues, but then just disappeared kind of. And then as time went on, it's like certain things start to take a life of their own on because their music is so good, and then they break up or they're just not around, and then they didn't even break up, and then like the music's so good, and then all of a sudden their CD is like rare or something, and it's limited to like 500 copies or something, and then and then all of a sudden everyone's like, yo, this band is fucking sick, and it's always bands like them that end up falling into those zones, but yeah, I figured I'd play that. I thought it was cool. Let's play this. I think this is the track. We played this the other day. We had this my man Eric on here, and check this out.
If I got you left, towards my search. Cigarette breath, straight to an end. Blood consumption, is my passion. Immortality, I need you, cremation. Somebody beyond me. I was the dungeon, at the crematorium. Notified chamber. Ready my experiment. Watching you accelerate. Mind was turned. All my twisted blood to work. I need you to burn. Final integration of you into me. Disintegration is your destiny. Got to be lost. Presence filled in a very still. Fuck like me. Just about philosophy. Nothing good like anyway.
Shout out to fucking Disma. Fucking audio cassette version of that came out on Seeds of Doom Records. So everybody should check that out. That just came out like last week, maybe. Grayless Remains on cassette. Seeds of Doom Records from the Netherlands. So yeah, check it out. Support it. Finland. Death. Demigod. Convulse. Pertinence. Depravity. Demilich. Early Amorphous. Yep. Corpophilia. Abhorrence. Apakini. Early Gandalf. Cartilage. I gotta brush up on the Gandalf. Don't know that one. The rest of them I know. That's cool. I like to hear that. I wanted to give a shout to this band, The Day Everything Became Nothing. So I've been wearing your shirt for like 2 or 3 days. This is they got a couple good CDs out. Fucking song titles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But this is like the entire thing fucking just is all slam. Also, I played this earlier. Like I said, this was the cassette like box like of the Sequestrium, I guess is the name of the band. I don't know. It's hard to read the fucking logos. And then it's like hand wrought noxious ruins. Sick shit, you know? Like to go on here to talk about death metal releases and other stuff too. I also got this Cadaver, the demos compilation. Cop this on eBay. I'm not sure if this is complete because I was supposed to release some double Cadaver CD thing with the band, and then I never did it, and then they got bootlegged here, as you can see here. But I bought this off eBay. I just unpackaged it while I was sitting here, and I was like, "Oh shit!" But I think they're missing the demo with the one guy from Dodds, whatever. I don't know. I can't say the name of the band right now. But they had like another demo. It's like from like '93 or some shit. All right, yeah, hell yeah. That could happen. That, you know what? I wanted to play this because this used to make me laugh, and then we'll get into something else. I got also some Demigod on deck here.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. I'd like to know if you got any of that.
Any what?
Any Afghan.
I'm afraid you might have the wrong number. This is HLP.
Hey, you need to call home. I fucking mangled your kid. They're electrocuted.
Chiropractic clinic?
Yeah, can I speak to the doctor?
Speaking. This is the doctor. Can I help you?
Oh, yeah. You can help me by breaking your back, bitch. You fucking stupid bitch.
Oh man, that's an old tape. Rare. Splatteria. Phone calls. What about this? Bad video.
tervise.
First grace of pure eternity.
Death Metal Podcast. Fucking A. Hell yeah, the fucking simulcast. The double simulcast. Sorry, I didn't realize we were going on at the same fucking time. Shout out to you other peeps too. Support. Thanks for popping in. What's up, retro nerd girl? fucking death metal podcast coming at you. I got a special request from John Graves, so let's do it.
Thank you.
right, Death Metal Podcast. Fucking, yeah, Mortuous. Got the fucking cassette. Boom. I'm a cassetteaholic. I have a note. I could get the record. I could get the fucking CD. I wouldn't mind having some of these once I know that I like it. But I'm always get the first shit, you know? Same with this band, too. I got the cassette before I got the CD because I heard the stuff probably on like Bandcamp or some shit. And Carl, fucking... So I know, you know this already, but I was just like grabbing in my record collection real fast because I was looking for something I wanted to show on here. And then I was like, oh, you know what? If I go on Carl's podcast, I could show like my profile records. Like I bought these maybe like a year or two ago. Fresh MCs. Then you go to the next record, and it's like Mayhem. This infamous Benny the Butcher, Burden of Proof. Boom. I got weird tastes, you know. I do a death metal podcast, but obviously I don't just listen to death metal. I listen to other stuff too. You got it, right? Keeps you sane. It keeps you sane. The sanity, I meant. I listen to some weird stuff like this, dude. Listen, is there anyone out there besides me that thought the first two, like, you know, maybe that song and the song before it were the first two songs on the 7-inch? Because the way it was set up, like, you couldn't tell what side was side A or side B. So, like, I thought that was the beginning of the 7-inch. What is that song called? Running in Blood or whatever? That's like one of the best Fear of God songs there is. Incredible shit. Salute. Salute to you, my man. Welcome all the new watchers or listeners, because this could be listened to at work, right? So shout out to Jim Stanek. spit on the Nazarene, right? Instead of I vomiting on God's child. I spit on the Nazarene. Yeah, Jim Stanek always had the props. He always had the unreleased treats. I want to have a debate on here, okay? Like, I'm just gonna play a song or so. Hopefully it's, the YouTube gods let it be played. I'm gonna fast forward one or two songs, and then I just want to just talk in the chat on this. So it's about this album. All right, so we have Bathory, Under the Sign of the Black Mark, right? So, you got 3 Bathory albums. Bathory, I guess you would call it, right? The Return, and then Under the Sign of the Black Mark. Each one with its own, like, kind of unique-ish sound, right? By the 3rd album, Under the Sign of the Black Mark, like, you could, even in just that one little song right there, you can hear all kinds of shit going on, right? Like, you have, like, a friggin' keyboard in there. You got, like, a fucking, some, like, really unholy-ass vocals. Then you got the, the woman of dark desire fucking, like, chorus, which is, like, super catchy, So is this, let's have a debate in the chat. Like, which is the best Bathory album out of the first 3? Because they each are killer, and they're killer onto their own. So, I just want to hear in the chat, and we're going to put it on the screen, which album you think is the best. And it's cool. I thought Francisco knew the song title, the name of the song. Enter the Eternal Fire is one of the best Bathory songs. Is that the song that was playing? I thought that was Woman of Black Desire. I don't know if that's the song or not. So yeah, I want to hear on the Bathory, depending on the mood. Okay, I get that too. First Bathory kind of has its own mood, and then second Bathory has its own mood. Third one. For sure on that one, bro. I could feel that. Which one are we feeling now? Are we feeling the yellow goat? Are we feeling the return in the moon? Or under the sign of the black mark? Which I think is the catchiest. But, you know, like I find myself returning to the other ones as well. In even the return. Because there's just songs on there that are like super fast and like, or just eerie, like covers a little eerier, you know, like than the other ones. You know, I don't know. There's like a dark ass vibe on that one. The third one obviously seems like it's produced the best. You know, like I said, it's got the, you know, keyboards, vocal production on there is phenomenal. Yeah, Woman of Dark Desires was the song played. Okay. I don't know. I don't know any band by their song titles, barely. Even if they say in the song title, I don't know. Edges out the return, just barely. That's what I'm saying a little bit. Under the sign of the black mark, for me, very evil sounding for 1987. Feel like Duran Duran. I'm sure you've been listening to that all day today, brother. Anyone else want to chime in on the Bathory? The Rat Lords? I want to hear from the chat which is the best Bathory in your opinions. Because you know, I have an opinion, but you know, I would say probably this one, you know. And it's not because I think this one was the most obtainable, you know what I mean? In my opinion, like out of the 3 Bathory records, like this one seemed like the most obtainable. You know, there was a point in time where like, you know, actual like records weren't like obtainable. I mean, how many times did you see like a copy of like, you know, the Yellow Goat or like the Return just like hanging around, you know? You know what I mean? Like before all the massive represses and all that, like there was nothing, man. You know, so, but I think this album seemed, maybe it had better distribution. The first one is catchier to me, but the Return is heavier. Tie on the 2, I guess. Tough choice. Each one rules, but I'll go with the debut LP. No doubt. No doubt. Rachel Young, I like the song Hades. Cool. Chariots of Fire is a ripper from Under. Fuck, dude. Like, there's so many rippers on the album. Like, it seems like there's more rippers on that album than there is the other ones. But, like, riff-wise, like, maybe the choruses are better on the third one. But like riff wise and like sometimes like the dark feels are like better on the first 2. It's weird. I have no collection on my no battery. That's exactly what we would expect from you, brother, as a comment. I'm not even going to show your other comment because I like the one you left out better. So I got a couple other plays here to play. Just wanted to hear from the chat on the Bathory. I didn't want to hear from Fraser, though. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know if anyone checked out this band, but you know what? Let's we could go back to this too because my man Jim Rowe is the man.
Suffering
Fuck, man. Fucking killer. Fucking heavy. Whoa. Crazy shit in the chat. Block this user. Sometimes like a crazy thing comes up in the chat when you run StreamYard and you press the button and it'll show on the screen. Because like the chat's moving a little bit. Look out for that. I'm sure both of you guys have seen that shit. Frazier, Francisco, sorry. And Necron. Jim Rowe is the drum master. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Carl. It's those bots. Frazier talking a lot about Skid Row today, dude. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Like no one cares. Like seriously, like no one cares at all, dude. We're not remotely even interested in anything that sounds like that. And even then, when it came out, we weren't interested in it. I mean, shit, Carl was listening to this. Cyranex. Rare shit. Texas fucking metal. You don't see shit like that too much. It's on YouTube if you guys want to look for it too. It just probably came up in the last like month or two. But yeah, killer band, man. Cyranex. That's how you say it. I think they played a show with Necrovore, right? Damn. Old guy shit. Carl was there, maybe. I'm not insinuating that you're old. I've got a kick out of this video, so I have to show this, and check this out because this was kind of cool, actually. It's just funny because it's just so old, and it's from '92. Colt, right? Fucking A. Daisy Duke. Death. Frazier still wears his. Awesome will definitely be looking up Cyranex demos. Yeah, I think they have one, but they could have two. So much freaking metal out there, bands you never heard of. I'm paying you heard of Discovery metal every day. Okay. Yeah, you do discover things every day if that's what you were trying to say. You just discovered that band. They got a 7-inch out, which you'll never get, I'm sure. And they do have a CD called like I can't. I'm losing it, man. Taste or something. I'm thinking of the 7-inch. I thought the video was interesting because the actual band, basically, they're playing outside. They're super young, a leftover. Okay. Cool, man. Thanks, John Grave. I knew you would know, of course. The death metal crowd paying attention, man. You guys are definitely on it, man. I think it's cool that the shared knowledge between other metalheads can be like spread amongst each other. Because it's just like we go on here and we might talk about something, and then like somebody's like, hey, I'm going to fucking check out the Cyranex demos, This is something that Necroharmonic is probably going to put out on a tape. So I don't know if anybody wants to check this out. They're called Cattle Press. Yeah, look for that Cattle Press. They're old friends of mine. They put out a demo. That's from their demo called Slaves to the Rhythm of Dismemberment. Yeah, they used a drum machine back then, so they were kind of like running in like a pitch shifter kind of thing, you know. Eventually they started to have a drummer and then become a little more complex and a little more jazzy. In a good way, though. I mean, they have an album out called Hordes to Abolish, which is fucking really sick. Yeah, it's a cymbal or something. It's a drum machine on that demo. It's from '94. The whole demo is amazing. Now that's a remix song of one of the songs, so the whole demo is fucking amazing. Though. It's just a dark place. I like you know, certain things. If I'm into a band for a long time, I'm usually interested to put out their music, you know? Why don't you guys check this out? This is a rarity that I was sent the other day with the Ruinous interview.
No
Cool, man. Fucking Funebrarm. The old shit. I played earlier in the episode. I played the older Funebrarm because Nick Orlando was in it, and that's one of my buddies, Nick Orlando. He was formed of Vulcan and Funebrarm. JD going to bed. It's 2 a.m. Put his drum mics away. Rolled up his cables. Francisco didn't send the new Eat the Decay to play on here tonight. Roy, have you heard Sadistic Oppressor, a young New Jersey death metal band? Check out the video. Retribution is due. Pretty old school style for 21-year-old kids. Roll up the cables. It's 2 a.m. Go to bed. Yeah, I don't even know why the fuck I'm podcasting. Like, I literally went on at 1 in the morning or some shit. I figured play some music or something instead of having an interview or whatever. So yeah, man. You guys should check out this band. They're pretty dope. Pretty brutal, right? What about those end parts? Super like horrific, kind of like creep zone, kind of abhorrency, kind of first abhorrence demo, kind of riffage. It's good stuff. Fucking yeah, man. Unplanned midnight podcast for midnight for East Coast. So it wasn't even at midnight. It was like 1:45 a.m. But I figured come on here to play a few of the videos that I didn't play the other day because I got them late, and play a few tracks or some new stuff for people. They could listen to it afterwards at work or whatever they're doing, you know? Because death metal podcast, not just for live. I mean, I'll talk about what you guys are talking about in the chat live, but at the same time, I know there's people out there that have been like listening to this like at work or whatever, which is, I think it's cool, you know, like that's what I think I made it for, to, you know, maybe talk about new bands or talk about like scene dirt now. You know, talk about just things that have to do with death metal, obviously, you know, shows, etc. There is a show coming up I'm going to promote. Dercada playing with Concrete Winds, Force of Darkness, Oath of Cruelty from Texas, and Spite. This is in Brooklyn on October 29th. So yeah, Black Vomit Propaganda playing that, doing that show. Alex, he's been on here. Cool dude. Got to support underground metal. Apparently, Carl said those were rare bands too, so he knew more than I knew. Ossuary 11 is the same damn band name. I don't know too much about Ossuary 11. I think there are more than one Ossuaries. What's up, Andrew? From coming live from Australia, from Cemetery Urn and Abominator. So cool, man. Thanks for popping in, bro. Appreciate all the worldwide support from the Australians. Fucking, especially all the Instagrammers too, man, and all the people that shout me out on Instagram or you know, support death metal podcasts. I appreciate, and Necroharmonic too. Appreciate it all. I'm an appreciative guy, man. And you know, as you guys obviously can see, you know, I don't, you know, I come on here, just play whatever I feel like listening to or music I like. I'm not here to read off stuff that people give me to play here. This is more about like me. I don't know. It's like I want to share what I listen to. I think that's like the biggest thing about death metal podcasts. And also, you know, spreading information about underground bands, underground shows, and underground stuff. So check this oldie out. Yeah, man. Old Incantation. Total Death. You know I'm all about the Old Incantation, obviously. Do you think death metal is going to sound 1,000 years from now? It's going to sound like death metal or any other metal. It's going to sound like death metal, bro. Wisconsin. Accidental suicide via aggression. Mortal Skull, Experiment Fear, Dr. Shrinker Dusk, Accursed, Phantasm Bleed, Immortal Aggression, Excision, Mortal Dread, Embalm, Autism, Splatter Cadaver. Fucking A, dude. You just list off the who's who of Wisconsin. Especially Dr. Shrinker, Phantasm, Mortal Dread, and Splatter Cadaver. I was really into all those bands. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. Good state. You know, I guess it's a good state for metal, man. I never thought of Wisconsin as being awesome, but Future Pile's from there, so you know, I mean, they're, you know, I don't know. I think it feels good to see scenes going on in other states. So yeah, man. I got a couple more songs to play, and then we'll wrap it up around 3 hour mark. On Death Metal Podcasts, that's how we go, right? We do the fucking live stream forever. Disgrace from Finland. Fucking cult footage. Super fucking rare. I don't even know. That song sounded rare even. Yo, check out this band. They have a CD out, a newer thing too. But this is the promo demo.
Come on, kid. Closing time.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear something?
I don't know. Wait a minute, hand me that candle.
And all you have to do is look into the light and listen. Listen to the light, Brian. Just listen to the light.
Yes, I'd like to again.
Larvae. That was the promo demo. I think they're from like Romania or something. They got a new release out too. Corpse Dog. I saw your name on J Dog. I gave up on his channel. disagree with 90% of his opinions. Couldn't watch his dietary nutritional advice for bodybuilders. Yeah, I mean, if that's what a person's hobbies are, then I guess they would come out in their own channel. Why not, right? I mean, if my hobbies are horror and serial killer books and you know, a bunch of creepy stuff, not too creepy, just you know, my hobbies are like graphic arts and like screen printing. So you're not into bodybuilding. I think J Dog has good stuff to say as far as his metal knowledge, as far as like when he talks about like multiple albums worth of like death metal like releases. Like he definitely comes with some like things I could, you know, that even like I might learn. I don't know if you know, the bodybuilding stuff, yeah, it kind of goes over my head a little bit too. Because I don't, but yeah, whatever floats your boat, right? A consistency of a bodybuilder, it gives him the consistency to do a podcast consistency, you know. But instead, you know, somebody like Roy Fox just hangs around listening to death metal and bands that might be noise.
Contains scenes which under no circumstances should be viewed by anyone with a heart condition or anyone who is easily upset. We urgently recommend that if you are such a person or the parent of a young or impressionable child now in attendance, that you and the child leave the auditorium.
Stench of Corpse. Killer Corpses from Outer Space. 7-inch. On Psychomania Records. 87, it says. I could never seem to get my fingers on that when I sent the $5 to UK. And I wasn't able to get because it was sold out. So yeah, here at Death Metal Podcast tonight, we decided to talk and play videos and go on at whatever, midnight, you know. I played a couple interviews here and there, a little bit of the Dan Loker stuff, Desert Wastelands, I have interviews with some of my other friends. I even have an interview with Francisco. But as I mentioned earlier, that sometimes I don't want to play the full like shebango because it just seems like we're not. We might veer off track a little bit from the interview, But it's cool to. It is cool to go down memory lane and look at some of those things. I got to figure out I have a faster computer now, so that makes it capable of like editing videos, which is, something I didn't have when I made those. But finding the time to edit things the way I want them to would probably be longer. That's why I started going live, and that's probably why anyone that live streams goes live, It just seems easier to record it like right on the spot compared to put out this big ass edited video with all these swooped in, I don't know. I just don't, I feel this is more generic, Did you get your $5 back? No, I got a different 7-inch. Now that if you really are asking, yeah, I got he sent me like a different band 7-inch. They put out a anal cunt live split 7-inch. It's a unplugged anal cunt, and they recorded the AC with my Walkman at somebody's house in Texas. So, which was kind of cool, I thought. And then part of it, I'm not sure where they recorded, if it was all recorded in Texas or, yeah. And then I never got a copy of that. I tried to get a copy of that. That would have been cool. Unplugged. I think the unplugged was, kind of like, I brought like a tape recorder to Paul Ramirez's porch, and they recorded some stuff, and I was like, I guess MTV Unplugged at the time was like some kind of thing, and I was like, yeah, I'm recording AC Unplugged. So like it became like into a joke for everybody to be like, hey, Unplugged, and the next thing you know, like I would say within days, he recorded that unplugged 7-inch, and then it wasn't recorded for a 7-inch. It was just recorded at somebody's house. They're like, "Hey, can we use your Walkman?" Because through the entire Anal Cunt Phlegm Incantation tour, including shows at like the Axiom, the Pick and Pack, DMZ Club, I got a soundboard. But like a lot of those places, like I would go there with my little handheld recorder, so you could kind of record stuff like we did way back in the day, There was no, if you wanted to hear like certain things, like you had to like record them yourself, I guess. But finding something here that I probably haven't played, or I have played, but very rarely because but check this out. Very rare, right from my own personal collection, I would say. Where the fuck did it go? Hopefully it plays. Yeah, here we go. Death Metal Podcast exclusives. Exclusive rare cenotaph stuffs. I'm going to play a few more things and then I'm out of here. I know Aaron said keep this shit running all night, but I think I'm running out of steam. This was a dope song, I thought, and a good demo too, but the first song was like catchy. Prince of Belial. I think I cut it a little fast there. Sorry, guys. That was a killer old song, though, right? Fucking good demo, too. Batham. They seem like they continued as Seth on this, which is cool, too. Here's a super rare demo band from Jersey called Corpse. I saw the guy from Mortville Records. He was looking for extra tracks or something for that band Chemical Waste, which was like a side, I don't know, it was like a first MOD guy from before USA for MOD, or maybe concurrent with the USA for MOD. He had a demo band called Chemical Waste. Chemical waste is everywhere. You know it because you wash your hair. The dude that uses the Flowbee or whatever on his hair and runs at Mortville Records. He was looking for somebody to, if anyone had any old flyers of that band. So reach out to Mortville Records on Instagram if you do. I'm gonna bring this to try to put the 7-inch tracks. So if it just skips a little, then bear with me. Disastrous Murmur, 7-inch, yeah. Fucking super brutal. They had it's weird because I saw that discography, Disastrous Murmur, and then they put out the 2 songs from the 7-inch. But there was another song too. There was like a demo that had 3 songs. They never even put that on there. It was like almost like it didn't exist or something. They're a good song too. Here's a song that didn't exist. This was only captured live and played once. I don't think it made it to any demo. It's one of the rarest death metal songs there is.
This next song is about the time in everyone's life when ice cold runs through your veins and the winds of time sweep your fucking soul away and only leave your funeral.
Yeah, and holy blasphemies. I like that part at the end. Sounds fucking cool. Hails from Oregon. What's up, Oregon? What's up, Austin? The show was from 88. It's funny, I did have this record out too, which has the same set from it. So you see Funerals, the unreleased song. It was recorded in Jersey, of course. 88. It's on this. That was a Seraphic Decay cover on the cover thing that they showed. Whatever that I showed on Death Metal Podcast here. That was like the cover to the Seraphic Decay 7-inch. Oh, Seraphic. Oh, did I say Seraphic Decay 7-inch? They were the only one selling it, so I assume they always put it out. But I don't know if that made it to the Seraphic Decay book or not. Yeah, fucking the Morbid Angel Funerals song, which is amazing. I know Lucifer. The members of Crematory, Urban, and then was in a band called Lucifer or something from Sweden, and they did a cover of Funerals, which is a fucking killer song, dude. Great short episode, Roy. Cool to talk death metal, Devin. Yeah. There isn't. It seems like there is. This was supposed to be a short episode, right? And it's 3.5 hours long now already. That doesn't make any sense. But I figured I would go all out with the fucking music playing tonight. That way, it's not stuck onto the copyrights of the rest of the interview shit. Because this is, if we create underground content, then I want it to be fucking underground, not filled with the fucking bunch of strikes and restriction fucking papers they hand you when you do live streams, and they say like you played all these songs that you weren't supposed to play. It's not all the bands that come on that are played. It's just like some of them are just like papered up super hard. Maybe like that Autopsy. Like even if the melody is played on here, they could they give you like a warning like, hey, we're YouTube, don't play that. All right, so we're gonna go out with something fun. Bro was on here, gave us this video to play. Where the hell did it go? This was super brutal. Their release is brutal too. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that signed in and chatted and all that bullshit, because I didn't announce this at all, dude. Or I hope anyone that watches this or listens to our show or whatever they do at work or whenever, I hope this gives you something you to listen to and maybe check out some of the bands on it. And if you have any questions or you want to talk in the chat, not in the chat, in the comments afterwards would be cool. That way, generically, somehow, first day, it makes people fucking see the video or whatever garbage algorithm shit. So we're going to go out with this. This band's called Dripping Decay. And then Death Metal Podcast is not sponsored by any of the bands we played at all. I just played music I listened to. And I hope you guys enjoyed this impromptu episode. Sorry for anyone that's in Europe that's just signing in. Maybe I'll have to go live in the middle of the night, and that way you guys catch me in the morning. Check this out later.
I disappeared. Everyone can feel them. You rip and terrified. Misery and chaos. I am blitzing. Unity to measure muscle, darling thought, full of barbaric fantasy. Under the weight of a never-ending pain, you'll never make it out alive. Fucking bitches excruciating. I violate your pathetic world of decency. I'm your nightmare, your psychic executioner. Crucifixion by my head, email, rack the Iron under the nail, into the eye, burn alive, graves coming from deep inside. Feeling your pain, I live for this moment. Torture is my power, punishment is wrong. A reign of terror, spent infinity, morning star in hand, to spend God's light eternity. And the horror never fucking stop. I will disfigure you till you rot. The tears good,